Hey, what's up guys, it's Ronald here. So this video is going to focus on how the ANC wants to be the ultimate voice on what is happening in the rest of the world, and no members of parliament or joint committees are allowed to send anybody overseas on fact-finding missions because you should just trust the ANC, bro. And a perfect example of this is the following. The ANC slams private fact-finding trip to Israel by MPs from DA/PA and the ACDP. Now, the ANC has condemned the recent trip to Israel by MPs from the DA/PA and the ACDP. On Wednesday, Good Party Secretary General Brett Herron revealed that some MPs from the GNU had undertaken a secret visit to Israel. Brett Herron really is that person in school that on a Friday afternoon would remind the teacher that they didn't give the class homework. He is that type of person, like good for nothing, and wants to tattletale on everybody else, because that's the type of person he is. I suppose that is how good finds relevance these days, because they're definitely not good at anything else. The DA and ACDP have distanced themselves from the privately funded trip, which is a bit disappointing because stand your ground. And if you're going to go and do a fact-finding mission, be honest, because now you are betraying the people of Israel by saying that this wasn't something that you went to go and do, and your ultimate findings is now what? Just your opinion and not an actual fact work that was done. But anyway, I just want to focus on what was said by the ANC. Now, you can go and read this article on your own if you're willing to stomach paying money for News 24. I highly recommend that you do not do that. The ANC strongly rejects the false and misleading claims made by these political parties, which include the assertion that there is no evidence of apartheid in Israel and that the state is a vibrant, progressive, multiracial and multi-ethnic society where the rights of all citizens are protected by the rule of law, Kumbaka said. I would like to know, how does the ANC know that this is not the case? Did the ANC go on a fact-finding mission to Israel? Did they go and see what the state of Israel is like? Or do they just believe what Iran and Palestine and Hamas tells them? I think that's the important question that we need to ask. These statements are not only inaccurate and deeply inappropriate for elected representatives, but the statement serves to cloud the systemic violations of human rights and the ongoing denial of justice experienced by the Palestinian people. The ANC called on political leaders to uphold the values of human rights and solidarity with the Palestinian people. Very rich, coming from a political party that for 31 years saw more than 80 murders on average a day in South Africa. I'm amazed that the ANC is so obsessed with human rights violations in other countries when in South Africa 80 people are murdered every single day. A woman is raped every few seconds in this country. A brutal sexual crime is committed every few seconds in this country. And the ANC is more obsessed with what is happening in another country. And then, of course, they didn't go and do a fact-finding mission in Israel to see if apartheid actually exists over there. No, they're taking the word of their friends, Hamas, Iran, and Palestine. I mean, I'm sure they're going to get a holistic picture, right? But you see, this is just how it is in South Africa. The ANC wants to have total control over who can do what, when they can do it, and what insight they can get. We all saw the response from the ANC when AfriForum and Solidariteit went to the United States. And now even government officials and government politicians can't actually go and do fact-finding missions on their own without being condemned and belittled and insulted by the ANC. What does the ANC have to hide? If they got nothing to hide, why are they trying to talk to people as if they're not allowed to go and visit countries? I mean, have we really reached that state? I mean, is the ANC that open at the moment with their disdain for freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of association? It seems like the ANC doesn't really like our constitution by the way in which they act. I also find it very rich that the South African government wants to talk about human rights and solidarity in a nation when we have 142 race-based laws, when we have affirmative action, we've got employment equity, we have broad-based black economic empowerment, in which if you want to do business with the government, you have to have 30% of your business that is owned by black individuals. I mean, it's just absolutely insane that they want to talk about human rights and solidarity when in this country, the ANC and the president can't condemn the singing of kill the boer, kill the farmer, because I mean, nothing brings a nation together when one race sings about the killing of another. Nothing brings us closer together and singing kumbaya together than a song like kill the boer, kill the farmer. So I suppose the ANC is just exposing themselves left, right, and center at the moment. The more they try and hide who and what they really are, the more it comes out for everybody to see. And that's the state of South Africa at the moment, where politicians can't even go on a fact-finding mission to see whether or not what the ANC is saying about Israel, whether that is the case. And if they come back and give a different opinion on what the ANC is proclaiming is happening there, then they are condemned by the ANC. Typical, isn't it? But anyway, that's all I got to say. Please be sure to smash that like button. Please be sure to subscribe. Share this video far and wide so that more people can see it. And if you enjoy my content and you enjoy this channel, please consider becoming a member. You can do so by clicking the join button below. And that's all I got to say. Till later. Cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I went my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I went my massacre. I went my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I went my massacre. I went my massacre.